Financial independence means being able to live life on your terms. The mission of Uncommon Sense Investing is to help our clients achieve this freedom. We're in the business of showing people how to save and invest for the long run. I didn't have a grand plan. I just wanted to talk to people about investing. I went to an advertising expert and asked him what he thought about the name Uncommon Sense Investing. And he kind of told me that, that doesn't sound like the other corporate firms out there. So I thought, perfect. That's the name.
At Uncommon Sense Investing, what's unique is that we do all of our investment management in-house. Our team in Janesville does all trading and all portfolio management. We also take a lot of pride in being a family business. Growing up, I always appreciated my father's financial guidance, and so I was excited to pursue finance as a degree to join him in the business. I really enjoy the personal finance side of working with clients, understanding their history, how they were brought up, and how money impacts them. Understanding the why behind a person saving and investing is so important to us. Investing doesn't have to be complicated. We like to keep things simple, and that's the core of our investment philosophy.
One thing that differentiates us from most other firms is that UCI's all-in fee for client portfolios is often less compared to the industry as a whole because we mostly use stocks for the growth portion of an account instead of securities managed by third parties. Third-party fees add up, especially when compounded over time.
As fiduciaries, we get to do what we feel is right for our clients without having to adhere to corporate mandates. With that freedom and flexibility, we're able to customize portfolios and also remain tax conscious.
We advise our clients on long-term strategies. The long-term consists of years and not months. We do not make short-term bets on the market. We look down the road based on our study and our knowledge of history and how well stocks, in particular, have done to make smart long-term plays. This is why we are centered around the stock market. If you look at the history of the market performance since 1800, a broadly diversified portfolio of stocks has an annual real return of nearly 7%. Think about all the upheavals in the last 220 years. The market has grown and contracted, but has tended to revert to the mean of upward growth. We welcome and accept volatility as part of the investment process. Bear markets are temporary compared to the upward thrust in the stock market.
Regardless of age, we believe our clients should invest primarily in equities. For horizons longer than 10 years, stocks have significantly outperformed bonds. Stocks are also the best hedge against inflation. Unlike other asset classes, stocks are less likely to lose purchasing power when inflation is high. When we're looking at long-term investments, certain stocks provide more consistent returns over long time horizons. And this is the essence of value investing.
Value investing is a tried and true investment style where an investor would buy an undervalued stock with growth potential, and that investor holds the stock until it appreciates to fair market value. Value stocks are typically less volatile than growth stocks, which have high prices relative to their true value and might be overpriced. Growth stocks are often in hot sectors. For example, we can look at the dot-com bubble, stocks that grew to be overvalued and then had drastic losses, causing the NASDAQ to fall 80%. When growth stocks fail, it can be catastrophic. Value stocks over the long term produce higher returns with less volatility.
When it comes to identifying value stocks, there are so many characteristics that we look at. Maybe a company is an industry leader or they have a unique product. We also look at their balance sheet. We like to see strong cash flows and consistent earnings growth. We also like to look at their price-to-earning ratios and price-to-book ratios to see if we can identify when we can buy a stock at a bargain price. There are so many variables that we look at, we don't hang our hat on any one thing. Frequently, value stocks pay high dividends, and we like that for retirement accounts. But if it's not a retirement account, we might look for a value stock that has a lower dividend or no dividend at all to help control taxability.
Our approach to value investing is based on the history of the market. This shows that holding stocks through bear markets rewards long-term investors. Oftentimes, the market's best days in a given year occur in bear markets. Generally speaking, in a bear market, we don't deviate from our philosophy and sell at a loss. Rather, we hold, trusting that the market will revert to the mean. We don't style drift. We don't react to short-term headlines, short-term trends. We stick to our long-term strategy. Reactive style of investing, switching between styles, rarely works.
The conventional wisdom is that investors should decrease risk as they get older. For example, moving some stock allocation more into bonds. We don't always agree with this. Those investors, even as they age, they still seek growth and they seek return on investment. Value investing allows people to stay in the game and stay allocated in stock because typically there's less volatility and a smoother ride compared to growth investing. Diversification is another key aspect of our investment philosophy. Unlike other money managers, we don't just put our clients in the same model portfolios or the same products. Our clients are unique in the fact that they have different goals and different risk preferences. We invest our client portfolios in a variety of stocks, in different industries and different sectors to help minimize risk.
The Uncommon Sense investment strategy is a result of decades of experience, and it's been an honor to serve the community.
Whether it's saving for retirement or to pass on to the next generation, we know how investing impacts our clients. We don't take their trust for granted. In fact, we have to earn it every day. We get great satisfaction when our family's investment philosophy can help your family get closer to achieving financial freedom.
Nice. That was great. Okay. That's a wrap, everybody.
That's a wrap. Good.
Great. Come on, Bernie. Come on, Bernie. Good job, Bernie.